today's class. Today's sequence is going to be a short, gentle flow yoga, and I'm going to be guiding you through a lot of the foundational postures that you might experience when you attend a yoga class for the first time. I'm going to be focusing a lot of the postures specifically on the chest and the shoulder, and really opening up this area of our body that I feel that we tend to neglect. So let's get started. I'd like you to just find a comfortable seat. I like to sit on a block or a cushion just to prop myself up. And then just allow your hands to rest on your knees and allow your eyes to close. It's important to take a couple of moments before we start just to allow ourselves to settle, to leave everything behind, to dedicate this time to your practice. Start to notice how you're feeling today. Start to notice the rhythm of your breath. Start to notice the movement of your mind. And then try to bring your focus onto your breath. And just feel your inhale. And feel your exhale. Every time your mind starts to wander throughout your practice today, bring yourself back to this breath. Find strength in your body through the breath. And now opening your eyes, dropping your hands to the mat and sending your hands up high to the ceiling. Bringing your hands together if we can, to touch. And as we exhale, send our hands behind your back, nice and slowly. Take our hands into a fist behind your backs. Push our hands away from our body. As we inhale, rise up. As we exhale, allow our hands to drop and open our chest. As we create a fist with our hands, push our chest forward. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, back to a neutral spine. Take your left hand away from your body, just to wherever is comfortable, and then send your right hand up to the ceiling. You can keep your right hand facing the ceiling if this is enough of a stretch for you. Or maybe you'd like to bring it over towards your ear, facing towards the left side of the body. You might like to look underneath your armpit and just feel that stretch all the way through the side body. And again, bring yourself back to your breath. And notice the sensation in your body as you stretch. You're going to inhale back to center, sending the hand up high. Bringing your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then extending your right hand down, sending your left hand over. Inhale to look up. Exhale to ground your hip down on the floor. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to ground. One more time, inhale to lengthen, maybe sending your hands slightly backwards here to deepen the stretch. And exhale, come back up to center, reaching your hands forward. Good. This time as we exhale, I want you to take your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Send your right hand behind you. We're going to find a twist. So as you twist, you can use this left hand to push against your knee. Look behind you. And then as you breathe, try to keep length in the spine. So try to have your shoulders over your hips. Try to allow the crown of the head to move high to the ceiling. Every time you exhale, try to twist a little bit more. Use the leverage of this hand to push. And as we inhale, come back to center. As we exhale, twist to the opposite side. Right hand is coming on your left knee this time. And twist. And just focus on your breath. Finding length in your inhale and your exhale. Good, and inhale back to center. Give yourself one big stretch here. Interlock your fingers. Push the palms of your hands up to the ceiling. Maybe send your arms backwards behind your ears, opening up your chest. And then as you exhale, release. Nice work, everybody. Come to on your knees on your mat. Tuck your toes under just for a moment here. Just stretch out your feet. Try to keep your shoulders back. Send your hands behind you. Push your hands away from your hips. Take one deep breath. And exhale to release. Good. Send your hands forward. We're going to first find a tabletop position, but then walk your hands forward. We're going to be finding puppy pose. This is going to stretch out the front of our chest. So allow your chest to come towards the floor. You might decide to rest your forehead on the mat. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can come onto your chin or your chest. But really just go to a place where you feel a stretch underneath your armpits, into your chest, maybe into your triceps. And again, just allow your mind to settle here. Bring your attention now into your body, just noticing the sensations. Trying to keep your breath nice and slow and relaxed. Okay, from here you're going to lift up into a tabletop position, sending your hands underneath your shoulders. And now we're going to work into a little twist variation of this posture. So I'd like you to send your left hand into the center of the mat, and then send your right hand up as you inhale. And now as you exhale, just allow that right hand to come down towards the mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Try to keep the two knees pressed into the floor. Inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, sending that right shoulder down onto the mat. Sending the left hand forward. And maybe just repositioning yourself so that your hips are over your knees here. And just finding this twist. Try to keep your two hips parallel to the floor. And then try to relax your shoulders. You might decide to deepen the stretch by sending the hand up high to the ceiling, and then even bringing the hand around so that you can hook your fingers onto the inside of the right leg. This is going to help you open up the chest, send your shoulder blade back. Okay, and inhale, come back to center, press through that left hand, and finding a neutral position again. We're going to work to the opposite side now. So send that right hand into the center of the mat. Send your left hand up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, come down. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Find this twist on the opposite side. Coming to lie onto the left shoulder, sending the right hand up. Pushing your hips back. I'm going to relax this shoulder down towards the mat. You can even allow your eyes to close here. Allowing the left side of your face to rest on the mat. Again, just slow down your breath. You might like to deepen the stretch by sending the hand up high to the ceiling. Try to bring that shoulder back. And then maybe hooking it around the left leg. This helps me to try to actively push that shoulder blade back. And just relax here. Okay, release your hand. Reach it back up. Step it forward, finding tabletop position. You're now going to slowly tuck your toes under. Send your hips back towards your heels, and we're going to find this posture known as downward facing dog. So what you want to aim for here is your hips to move up high towards the sky or the ceiling. And then as this is your first downward dog, just start to walk your legs, bending and straightening your legs. Probably feel a nice stretch into the right side of your calf and the left side of your calf, even up into the hamstring, even maybe into the lower back, especially if you try to tilt that pelvis up to the ceiling. Come up high onto your toes, stretch out the feet. And then just know that you can bend your knees here to really focus on straightening that spine. Try to judge your own body, notice what feels good for you. Alright, from here we're going to bend that right knee. You're going to step it forward, stepping it through your hands. You might need to take a couple of steps here. And then we're going to find a warrior one pose, a Virabhadrasana 1. So the alignment here for this, I'd like you to have your right foot and your left foot hip distance apart. Your left foot is at 45 degrees. The right foot is facing towards the top of the mat. And then from here, you might be able to send your hands up to the ceiling and reach up. What you want to focus here is to get them hips facing forward. So try not to allow this left hip to move to the side. So really turn and twist to get that. Get the two sides of your hips facing forward. We're going to hold here for 3 more breaths. Press through the heel. Feel your legs working here. Start to notice the pelvic floor muscles at the very bottom of your spine. Try to suck up through, lengthen through the side body, and reach your fingertips high. Engaging the abdominal muscles, knitting your rib cage in. We're now going to twist to a warrior 2 position, Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to open up this hip now. So send the back foot to 45 degrees. I'm going to step the right foot in a little bit so that it's in the middle of the back foot, so the middle of the arch of the back foot. Then you might be able to bend the knee a little bit more here as your hips are slightly more open. And then send your hands so that they're parallel to the floor. Just hold. Finding strength in your legs here with each one of these postures. Just breathing for 1, for 2, and for 3. From here, allowing the left hand to come down the back leg, turning your right hand to face your face, finding reverse warrior. So you're going to feel a stretch here along the front of the body, along the right side of the body. You can keep that bend in the knee if you're able, but if you need to straighten the leg, to relieve the muscles in the leg, you can do so too. Let's take 1 more breath here. Good, and coming back to that warrior 2 position. I'm now going to get you to reach forward with the right hand. I want you to windmill your right hand onto the inside of the ankle. Send your left hand up. This is a side angle position. I want you to open up the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back of your body. Squeeze your glutes here to find a strong foundation. Imagine that you've got something between your legs and you're trying to suck it up through your legs. You're going to engage the inside of the muscles of your legs here. Alright, on our next exhale, sending that left hand down. I'd like you to send the left hand down onto the mat if you can. If you need to, twist onto the center of your toes and drop your knee down. And then send your right hand up. If you have the rotation in your spine, you can lift up that back leg. You might even be able to press the heel down here. Just focus here on the breath. So, as I said at the beginning, this was a gentle flow. We're moving quite slowly, but even when we move slowly, this can be quite challenging. Actually, this can be the most challenging when we hold our postures for longer periods of time. Just take one more inhale and exhale. Send your right hand down. Twist onto the toes of the left foot. Step your right foot back and give yourself a nice stretch here into the downward facing dog position. If you need to come into a child's pose for a little break, you can drop onto your knees. You can rest your head and send your hands up high. And just slow down your breath. If you enjoy the stretch of a downward dog, stay here. You're going to be strengthening your arms, stretching out the back of your body. And feel free to move your downward dog if it feels good. Alright, if you're in a child's pose, you can come back up to downward facing dog. And now we're going to work through the left side. So you're going to bend this left knee. You're going to step or walk it forward so that eventually you get to the top of your mat. You're then going to take the right foot at 45 degrees. Inhale, reach forward, and then up. Finding this warrior one, Virabhadrasana one position. Trying to actively push this hip forward, and then rise your hands up. If you can, bring the palms of your hands together. Sometimes it's easier to find strength in this posture if we interlock the three fingers, pointer, index finger, and our thumb. It can help you to engage the muscles of your arms and your shoulders. And now opening up to warrior two. So reposition that back foot. Front foot is in the center of the arch of the back foot. Bending the front knee to wherever you can, eventually trying to get this leg here as parallel to the floor as you can. And then opening up our arms. So with our arms, I want you to extend the fingertips as far as you can. Squeeze the muscles in your arms. We're working everything here. And then just, again, focus on that breath. Squeezing your legs together, activating the muscles on the inside of the legs. Squeezing through the pelvic floor, belly into your spine. Now as we exhale, reach forward with the left hand, windmill it down onto the inside of the leg, and reach the right hand up. We're going to hold here in this side angle position. Again, try to bring the shoulder back, opening up the chest. Maybe bring yourself back to the intention you set at the start of the class. Whatever it is that you need to focus on yourself, remind yourself of that as you hold each one of the postures. Now as we inhale, coming into reverse warrior, allowing the right hand to go slide down the back of the leg, sending the left hand up towards the ceiling. Feeling a really nice stretch here along the left side of my body. If you need to straighten that front leg, please do. Try not to dump on this back hand, but just allow it to rest here for balance. And now coming forward, you're going to twist down, sending your right hand down. Maybe twisting onto the toes, and then sending the left hand up to the ceiling. Option to drop the knee down here, or else staying up high. An option to have yourself in that warrior one legs position, pressing the leg down. And then from here, dropping the hand back down, stepping back into your downward dog position. We're going to drop onto our knees. Just got one final stretch, one final chest opener before we finish. And this is just another variation of puppy pose that we did at the beginning of the class. So you're gonna come high into this tabletop position. Your hips are over your knees, and then you're gonna walk your hands forward. But this time you're gonna send your hands together and your elbows on the floor. So hands together, maybe create a fist with your hands. And then from here you can allow the forehead to come onto the mat. And then you might be able to send the fist up above your head. And you're gonna find a deeper stretch here. If you're finding a pinching sensation in your shoulders here, you can release the hands down and you can widen the hands out to the outside of the mat. Just finding whichever variation works best for you. And then pushing your head slowly back up, walking your hands back. Coming to kneel on your mat. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed the practice today.